for joining us today for our, oh gosh, is this our 40th episode? I don't remember, but so welcome to for chat about stitching and other stuff. I'm like stumbling over my words here because
we're really organized.
I know. Yeah, you should see the chair next to me. It's real organized. Now I'm going to double check. What is that?
I'm looking it up, Hunt.
Oh, you are already? Last week's was 38. Oh, so this is 39. Shoot, not 40 yet. Next week.
We're getting close.
I'm going to show you my special thing. You've seen it a little bit in pictures, but this week we got balls of fluff. So I thought I would just show here at the beginning and then send them down with the girls. We have 6, so we have 2 of each of these kind. I have little hands trying to grab them from me and I'm about to lose it. Look at this cute one.
What kind are they?
This is called a golden comet.
They're pretty.
Who I've never seen before, but they're supposed to be really good layers. This one is a silver lace Wyandotte, and they are really beautiful and also good layers. But when they grow up, they're like black with these gorgeous, bright, white, silvery bars. And
wow, fancy name too.
Yeah, they're really pretty. We have one already, an adult. Oh, look at the cutie little one. This one I paid a little extra for. It's kind of like a specialty breed. They're called Sapphire Gem. Come on, little one. Ooh. And they are like really good layers, like, and really, really friendly and sweet. They're so cute. It won't look anything like this when it's grown. It's crazy to me how chicks, did you see the little owie on my finger? You got it pick. It's so interesting how different chicks' feathers look when they're grown. As little chickens.
Yeah, and they have very distinctive feather markings as babies.
I know, yeah. So this one will be, you know, copper colored still when she grows up, but much more deeper red, probably the golden. And the one, like I was saying, this one will be black with white, really striking white stripes. And then well, I forget. This one I think can look a little bit different.
Gray body.
Yeah, it has like a black head and a gray body. So it's not like totally different. And so there's our little buddies. They all have names. Oh, see, they like to sleep in my hands. Look at it's going to sleep.
It is. Oh, it's like I'm worn out. I'm tired.
I know.
I had a rough morning.
So little. They're probably just a few days old. Here, I'm gonna give them to Liddy because you're gonna show your stuff, and Liddy can go take those downstairs because she doesn't have anything to show. So that's the fun in our life. We are expecting 15 more to come in the mail from a hatchery in May, but we wanted to get a jump start because the girls want to sell eggs this year. So we're kind of trying to rebuild our flock because we only have probably 2 hens actually laying anymore. The others are just
those guys won't be laying soon.
In August, September. So like around 5 to 6 months, hopefully they'll be starting to lay. But yeah.
Okay. Well, that's sooner than I thought.
Yeah, some of them mature earlier than others. Millie, are you going to share first? I guess Rosie's over here, so we're going to let Rosie go first.
Well, if you're new to our channel, Sarah's Girls Do Handicrafts.
So this is my little Rosie, my baby. My little baby. She went somewhere with Daddy today, and when she got back,
you're frozen.
Oh, am I frozen? Okay.
Well, you're frozen again.
I might have to cut some out if it is. Rosie went with Daddy somewhere today. When she got back, I said, "Did you miss me?" And she goes, "No, I wasn't gone that long." Oh, well, I missed you. So show us what you've been working on. Rosie likes to cross stitch a lot.
She got her butterfly going still. Okay.
Her butterfly. Here, I'll hold it while you show the fabric so people can see kind of where you are because it doesn't look like much yet. I mean, it looks like stitching, but you can't tell what the design is.
Right. Oh, we got the black body part started, huh? The design in the body wings.
Yeah, the black wing markings, and she's got the blue body done. Cute. I like these little kits that come with everything.
Cool. Good job.
Are you using just 2 threads, like I said? Oh, good. That was a challenge in our last project, huh? Forgetting to separate threads, but you're doing a good job.
Run out of thread that way.
That's the only thing, right? Okay, Millie, what do you have to share with us today? No, just bring over your cross stitch.
Okay. We're waiting.
Bring over your cross stitch. No, we're just showing cross stitch today. Just show us what you've cross stitched. It's a big deal anyways. Here, I'll slide over, I guess. She's on that side.
I mean, I could start showing my laundry that I folded. That was exciting this week.
I could show my brownies I made last night.
There's some left.
Yes, I'm saving them because we're going to watch one of the Lord of the Rings movies tonight because we finished the second book as a family.
Okay,
So that's what we're doing later.
Big surprise.
Oh, I bet you're done. Are you done? It looks pretty done to me. Look at that.
It's finished.
You got that done so much faster than the other one. Wow. It's so cute, Millie.
Down, huh?
Oh,
Just got a little
so
rhythm
cute.
and stitches all the time,
Yeah.
all evening.
What's the next one you're going to do? The bear? I can't remember. The deer. You're doing the deer.
And I don't have a picture of that handy. I think it's.
Oh, good job. I bet you were excited to get that done.
She was very excited. I didn't realize she was that close. I knew she was getting closer, but I didn't realize she was quite that
Oh,
close.
a lot of little stitching in those too.
Yeah. Okay. Gonna say bye.
But I had on here. Bye, sweetie. I love you. Good job, girls.
Table back there to paint, but
Yeah.
so yeah, Millie really has taken to it like as a actual pastime, not just to have
Mhm.
something to show
Yeah.
when we record. Rosie, a little bit this week more. Sometimes she'll be like, "Oh, I haven't done anything to show. I gotta quick do some stitching." So then she will, and that's great too. I mean, anything that gets them
Yeah.
working on it, but so that's fun to watch Millie actually develop a love of it.
Yeah.
Do you?
Well, that's kind of a grown-up pattern too. You know what I mean? Like it's a long-term pattern.
Yeah,
I've got a lot of time
big thing
invested.
for Millie.
Mhm.
Yeah, I found this really cute ballerina one the other day that I think I'm gonna suggest she do when she finishes this one because I think she'd really like it, and it's very cute, and she wants to be a ballerina when she grows up. So
Cool.
that would be fun.
Poinsettia is still alive, by the way.
Yeah, all 4 of my poinsettias are still alive and growing.
I'm impressed.
I know. I haven't killed them yet, which is pretty amazing because I usually kill house plants really fast.
Yeah.
Do you have any finishes or previous finishes?
I did not. I was so focused on my March goals that I did not pull anything. I did start fully finishing something last week, but I didn't get it done yet. So I'll have to show it next week.
Okay, well, I can show mine. I have a couple, but they're all interrelated. I did not realize that I had this one finished. So I bought this frame this week and I fully finished this Things of Spring by Alicia Paulson.
Which I have not started, but I have it.
I went to look for it last night to work on it because I was like, oh, Saturday. I like to work on spring pieces on Saturday. Where is that piece? Where is that piece? I couldn't find it anywhere. I started to worry. And then I thought, well, maybe I accidentally stuck it downstairs in I got like a crafting corner in a spare room down there. And sure enough, I had stuck it down there because it was done. Like, it was just a bunch of other things to be.
She just finishes things so fast, she can't keep track of what she
did do.
Oh.
I just didn't remember. I thought I still had a couple motifs to do. I thought I just had. So then the other thing I did is I actually prepped these for the most part to stick in the frames. They're on just sticky board. I'm thinking I might hot glue these edges down just onto the back of the sticky board, but I haven't done that yet because I'm kind of lazy. And a lot of the time I don't do that. I just stick it in the frame and fold it over. But so technically these are FFO'd because what I'll do is just seasonally switch these into this frame.
Right.
Which I think this frame is perfect because it has just the right off white that the sweater has, but also it's like really matches the ecru color.
Yeah, they'll all work great in there.
Of the skates. So these will all.
Do you have your fall piece already in a different frame?
No, the fall one's not quite finished yet. The Things of Fall is.
No, you're right. I was thinking of the other series, 100 Acres Leaves or whatever that one was. I forgot we had 2 series going.
I'm trying to think if I switched that one in and out of another frame. That one might just stay in a frame in my fall decorations. I can't remember. But since I have this series to do, I just switch it out.
Yeah.
So that is my finishes this week. I was really proud.
Which is really nice because in a way, I mean, first of all, it's cheaper than buying frames for every piece and it's easier to store them seasonally.
Way easier. I pop it out and keep it with my whatever seasonal decoration bin I have for spring, I'll just put those away. So I'm just going to display spring now because it's about time for me to put away the Valentine winter stuff. It's going to be March tomorrow. That's so crazy. So I'm going to put away some of that stuff this week, I think, and I'll put up this things of spring, which I didn't even know I was finished with.
I was looking at my fall, my winter stuff thinking, then I looked outside and I thought, nah, it's not spring yet. I'll leave it up a little bit longer. Maybe halfway through March, I'll put my spring stuff up.
Yeah.
I just don't, I have to be in the right mood.
It's starting to feel like spring here now that the snow is all melted and gone. Yesterday really did. It's windy like it is here in the spring. The sun is shining a little bit more consistently, and it just has a different feel. It just feels like spring a little bit here outside.
Haven't heard the frogs yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have daffodil. I have daffodil blooms starting, buds
coming up. I might.
My tulips are about this far up out of the ground, which surprised me. I was like, oh, when did that happen? Because they weren't there recently. So
fun.
It's coming. It's coming. And Easter's really early this year too.
Yeah, it's like early.
April 4th.
Mm-hmm.
It's really early. So I might end up putting my spring stuff up just because I don't want to be doing it right before the holiday.
Yeah. It'd be nice to have it up longer.
I don't know. I love my winter stuff.
I finished. One of my goals last week was to finish doing this visible mending on Liddy's jeans. And I think it turned out really cute. I don't know how well it's going to really hold up or anything. I mean, it's just like, you know, quilting cotton or whatever you call that, calico type fabric. But I thought it turned out cute. And
she liked it?
She likes it. Yeah, she hasn't tried them on. So I'll be interested to see if she says, oh, this feels weird because there's like the little patch inside or the stick might rub. We'll try it and see. But that was one of my big goals, was to finish those this week and be able to hand those to her and say, wear these.
Yeah, good job.
All the finishing stuff, all the stuff I really finished this week.
I got no finishes, but I worked on a lot of stuff.
You want to go first? I think I went first last time. I think. Oh, you're frozen.
Sure, I can go first.
Okay.
Am I frozen? No. I worked on,
You're good.
I'm not going necessarily in order of how I worked on them. I'm just going to go in order of how I pull them out so they don't all fall down like a house of cards. For either Monday or Wednesday, I worked on my winter cardinals, which is on Ada, and I have it folded in half because I actually started right in the middle.
So funny.
And I'm just doing that page. So I worked on all of his bottom half here, all this brown and this twig.
Wow. You've done a lot on that. It looks good.
Yeah, he's coming along. And I think it's on my future plans too. So it'll be making more of an appearance. So I worked on that.
Is it 2 threads? 2 over 2?
2 over 2.
On Ada?
Yeah, on Ada. And I think it's for, I don't know what count that is. Probably 16 count maybe.
Yeah, I would
it's
think.
Not 18 count. Too easy to see. I think it's 16 count.
It's too small to be 14, so it's probably 16.
Yeah. And I worked a little bit extra on things because I brought I have a little, like I said last week, a little side table over here where it's next to my work computer. And so I take a little 5-minute break sometimes in Stitch, or when I'm on hold and I don't want to be working on another kid's chart. I don't like to have too many kids' charts open when I'm holding for another kid because I don't want to make mistakes in the chart.
Yeah.
So this was another piece that was on that I spun on, but I worked on a couple different times because of working during the day, and it's on an Ada. This is, I think, on 18 count. This is Barbara Anna, I Give You My Heart.
Oh.
And I call her my redhead girl. So I finished all of the darker auburn that was from here over.
Wow.
And I've done the blue and a little bit of this yellowy gold color, and then that flower right in the middle started.
Oh, yeah, it looks way more
long. Yeah, I just have a little bit more to fill in on her hair, and then I'm done.
Looks
with
good.
her hair. And then I got to start on her body, and she's got she's holding a staff with something on it.
She like a full body.
You know, Barbara Anna.
Is it like a full body?
Yeah.
I can't remember what the design looks like.
She's got a patchwork dress on. Can you see it?
Yes.
So I'm working here up. So she's got this, and then she's got this dress that comes out and a little bit of ground that she's standing on. It's kind of, the picture is kind of at an angle.
Yeah, right. So she would be.
It's pastel-y, so it's kind of hard to see.
But it's
So, yeah,
all
here's her.
patchworked at the bottom there, and then oh,
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, so anyway, she's coming along. I keep looking at my fabric thinking, I hope I have the right size fabric, but I think I do. I just didn't give myself, 8 inches of border. So she got work mostly during the daytime at my desk. And then I also worked on, I need to work more on this one today to make my magazine monthly February goal was to work on this like 6 hours. And I've got 4 hours into it. And it's this magical piece, Nora Corbett's Sunflower Fairy. And I have, I'm just going to fold it this much done. So I'm working at the top. And there's a lot of, it doesn't look like it, but there's a lot of color changes and counting over. And so it's taking, it's not as fast as I think it looked like it was going to be. As you start off and there's like 2 colors of green right here. And then I don't know, it's just taking a little longer. So, but I did work quite a bit on it. I only have 2 hours to go today and then it's done for a while. And then I finished Joyful World last week.
Yeah. And you haven't started March yet.
Right. And then for my Fall Friday this week, I had spun Swirling Around, which I had started in the fall for one of my magazine monthly pieces on the acrostic. And so the other day I stitched this, and most of that little squirrel.
So you counted down to those acorns?
Yes.
Wow. Brave.
I know.
I get scared now counting down. I've made so many.
I counted a lot. I counted, recounted, and recounted, and recounted. And there would have been like, if you look on the pattern, like there's these little running things, but I didn't have the color in my thing. I probably have it in my stash, but I was too lazy to get up and get it. So that would have made it a little easier to count down.
So you've done that top squirrel and then a couple of the border.
Yeah, so I did him, and I've done this, and this.
Okay.
It really, the words are the most biggest chunk of stitching.
It looks like it would actually go pretty quickly. Like it's a fairly large piece, but it's sort of sparsely scattered.
Yeah, there's not a lot on it.
The most.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep plugging along on that. It'll probably make its way into my, Whipomania, whatever we're gonna call it. Also, this was part of I worked on this a lot because it was part of WIPGO. And I met my goal of 8 hours.
Good. Oh,
my hot run, Hollow Christmas. So I really didn't do a whole lot. I did get the floss for that color, and really because the DMC equivalents aren't exactly like the NPIs that she stitched. So like this and this are supposed to be 2 different colors, but in the DMC translation, they're really similar. And this was going to be the same. So I picked a different color. I picked the green and just did my own color for that crown.
Look at you.
And then I did my border. Okay, Candy. Started my border. I counted. It's 92 stitches. I counted and counted and counted. And I'm off somewhere in here. So I really can't go off of any of this side.
Can you on the letters though? Can you count the letters or no?
I could go up, and I did.
Confirm that if you go up and over 5, that's correct from the end.
I kind of forgot I could do that over here.
And on I too. Although I guess that's probably where you started, huh? You started on the over by the eye.
I started here, and I think so all of this should be based off of the eye, so I should be okay. I'm also going to be, I think, off. Oh, my computer's singing. I'm going to be off down here. I think I'm a row too low. So I'm going to have to adjust. I think there's like a couple of rows of ground cover that I'll have to adjust, but I haven't gotten there yet. But yeah, so that was coming along. I felt pretty happy about that. And then I worked on, I think maybe that was all I actually worked on. I just did a lot of hours.
A lot of stuff on those things.
All right, there might be one more here. Oh, I did a minimal. Oh wait, see my house of cards is falling over here.
Oh no.
Oh no, I did a lot on one of them. Okay, this I didn't do very much on, but I'm going to show it just because it's so sweet. It's the things of summer.
Oh yeah.
I'm working on her little bathing suit.
So
I'm doing the white stripes. That's it.
But I'm gonna show the Pete. You'll just
Yeah.
see this. You don't have to find the pattern.
Yeah, so I'm just very, very far behind Sarah on this one. But I
We're
did
like Alicia Paulson evangelists here.
a what? Yeah.
We're like Alicia Paulson evangelists. I love the geranium.
Yeah. I was looking at that thinking there's a lot of colors, but the piece that I worked a lot on, huh?
That went fast. I stitched that really quick because it was the
Did you?
last thing I did, and I was like, I
Oh,
want
you're
it done tonight before I go to bed. It went pretty quick.
okay. So my WIPGO for last month was our Gathering Eggs girl.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I am way far behind Sarah on our SAL because I waited too long to do a working copy, but doing a working copy's made a huge difference.
Oh, that's good.
And I met my 8-hour goal.
Yay!
I have a face.
You got her face and her hair. You got it done on that this week.
I got a ton done on this. I got her face done yesterday.
Wow, looks
Of course,
great.
there's a lot of, she looks a little mutant because you don't have the back stitching on, but
I know mine
Yeah.
still looks a little weird because I don't know if I did her mouth or something. There's something missing on her face. It's
and
like-
that hair though, there's like there's 4 different colors and one of them is a blend and there's another blend coming up. I think
Yeah.
in here is a blend and I'm like, I gotta go to bed.
The hair was probably my least favorite part of the whole thing so far.
There was a lot.
So cute. Like you get that effect of the shading so well because of it, but it is
Yeah.
a lot of like color switching and counting.
When I-
and making sure it's
when I
pretty
got
good
it
to get
done-
one off or something. And
Yeah, when I got it done, I was like, oh my gosh. And you look at it from afar, it's like, oh,
you can see her body, her face,
I
and her body
know.
now.
she is cute.
She's really cute. What
Somebody's knocking on my door. Anyway, so she got a lot of love. A lot of love this week. I was way behind on my goal for WIPGO. And I thought, oh, it's the last month. I better get going.
And you
But
met your
that's-
goal, you said.
Huh?
And you met your goal.
I met my goal on both my pieces, which was the Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow and that one. And so the only other big goal was Sunflower Fairy for my magazine monthly. I, for some reason, said I was going to do 6 hours on her this month. I don't know why. I never do 6 hours on that challenge because I know I'm always got my WIPGO to do.
Yeah.
I'm getting better at making my plans a little more attainable. So yeah, that's what I worked on this week.
Oh, great. I didn't think to grab my gathering eggs to show where I'm at. I didn't really work on it this week because I had already met my WIPGO goal. So I'm not going to show it, even though I kind of like the idea of showing it at the end of the month, but I don't.
Yeah.
Well, I might get up and grab it. So you're finished showing your whips?
Uh-huh.
I'll show it in a minute because there was one other thing I wished I had grabbed before I sat down.
Okay.
I'm just going to pick up things as I want them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this was my WIPGO piece, and I did meet my goal on this sunflower piece.
Yeah.
And so my goal was my WIPGO goal was 8 hours on this, and I did hit that, and I worked on it more this week.
Yeah.
So you can really tell.
Look at that.
Long.
Wow.
It's showing
Sarah.
up great because of the lighting here, but let me see if I can.
Oh no, that's
There
good.
we go.
Oh
That's
wow. That's a lot of stitching.
So it's really speckly like the seeds. Missing a few
Oh.
stitches, but otherwise it's almost fully covered there. Trying to keep yeah, there we go. That's good. I'm really happy with it.
It's beautiful.
The Ada is starting to soften, you know how
Yeah.
it takes a while for it to stop being stiff, and it's
Yeah.
finally getting really soft and easy to work with and hold. Yeah, I really enjoy working on this. So I met my WIPGO goal. I don't think I have that on my board again. I should check. I think I only put that on WIPGO once. Some of mine I have done twice, but
all of mine are on twice.
that one is not. That one is only on once. So, I mean, I'll probably still pull it out and work on it through the year, but that's the last time. That's
Yeah.
kind of actually
That could be part of your summer stitching or your.
Yeah, I'll still pull it out to work on.
Yeah,
I put in a few stitches on this. Let's see if I can just show it from the magazine. Does that work?
Yep.
So I have to flip through. It's called Tunnel of Trees, and it's in the Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2019 magazine. And I did not do a ton on this. I wanted to get more done, but I started on some of this lower down brown here. This one is not that rewarding to work on. Like, you have to do a lot on it to feel like it made any kind of impact on the piece itself.
That's how I feel about gathering eggs. I have to do a lot before it really like, whoa, like the face. It's plugging along on that bodice on her top, and it's like, it looks like a blob of nothing. And I know that even that's going to change when you get the back stitching and the beads on there. But it's hard to keep going on it sometimes.
Because you feel like, oh, well, I just did all this work and you still can't tell I did a darn thing.
Yeah, I just did 8 colors and one.
Wouldn't even know. So I also worked a little bit on Patty O'Hare from Lizzie Kate, right? Yeah, Lizzie Kate. And I started to fill in I finished, these are the upper stripes. This is the upper part of the overalls, like the bodice and the pocket. So I finished all the light blue stripes, and I'm starting to fill in the dark
cool
to make it look down.
Yeah.
There's really a lot of stitching on these. I always forget. I think I've said that multiple weeks in a row.
There's a lot of pieces out there, I think, that people, and us included, think, oh, that'll be a quick little stitch. And you're like, not quick.
Not quick at all. Okay, 3 more here. I completed the bottom border of my Joyful Worlds from Snowflower Diaries. This is always so hard to like show on this big, huge fabric, but I got the whole bottom border done, except I realized afterwards I was looking at it and I was supposed to do one more of these diamond shapes right here. So technically it's done except for that. Okay,
so I'm not going to pull mine out, but if you drop it down to March.
Yeah, so I got
show the March one.
Okay.
And my magazine monthly goal is to do my March one. And that also is my WIPGO goal for the month.
Showing? I can't see.
Yeah, it's showing. Yeah, up a little bit more, which I think it's just adorable. And I am really splurging. I'm using all Gentle Arts.
Yeah, this one's only. I used the green, called for greens, and the called for blue.
And it doesn't really matter because I think the DMC
yellow is the called for too, but it totally could have. I could have just subbed the DMC because you can't tell at all.
Right. I mean, I tried to make sure when I was buying us the flosses the first time around that I was getting the bulk of like the biggest parts of each design. I was buying us. I was treating us both to the Gentle Arts thread.
Yeah.
So like, you know, like later on there's flamingos. Obviously we would have done the pink flamingos in the Gentle Arts pink.
Right.
Yeah, or the bear. Although guess what? They're having a hard time keeping in stock the darker Gentle Arts colors. Like that bear.
And this one might not matter that much because there's actually mostly just color changes. Is what
it? I haven't looked at that closely.
It's like a light brown, a medium brown, a dark brown.
That's true. She kind of has a shading already built into him.
So even if you didn't have the if you couldn't get it's Gentle Arts, is that what you said?
Yeah, they're all Gentle Arts.
I don't know that it would matter too much for that.
Probably not. Yeah.
It's not like the fox where it's one huge block of color.
That's true.
You would want that bittersweet color.
Yeah.
The only other ones that I think, well, the hedgehog. Well, no, the hedgehog is also speckly. That's more than one color in there. So that's another one where I think it wouldn't matter. I think
okay.
Yeah. There's like a 436 in there or something. The flamingo, yes. The deer you probably would want.
Yeah.
So some of them.
Our viewer Heather Miller is starting it.
Yeah.
And she messaged me. She's playing around with it. She's doing all different colors and changing I think the ground borders up a little bit. I think, I can't remember
Did
now.
you
I have
say
to go back.
something in a comment last week about kind of what she was
I
saying?
think so. Maybe it was in the, I don't think it was on Instagram. I messaged her on Instagram,
Might
but I
have been
think
on the video.
it might have been. And
Last-
Sarah and I had talked about wishing that the designer had, because in my January piece, you know, it has eyelets on the ground, and she didn't do eyelets any other time. The rest of the borders are just one color. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll play around and maybe do another
Mhm.
on each row. I'm going to have 3 rows, right?
Yeah. You're doing 3 rows of 4.
4, I think. Yeah. Anyway, each row will have maybe an eyelet row. We'll see if I stay motivated to do that. But I think it would be kind of cute to do that.
I would do that. If I was doing it over again, I would do that for sure.
Yeah.
I
Oh, darling.
worked on my Snapperland, which is actually my WIPGO piece for this month, but I didn't know. And I'm so glad that I worked on it this week before I even knew that that's what was going to get called, because I had put it aside because I made a dumb error somewhere and I couldn't figure it out. And this week so this is the chunk. It's like going to be 4 across. So on this one, I made some mistake. I still cannot figure out what was happening. I have counted, recounted on the border, and I still don't know. So I don't know if there's just a flaw in the fabric. I don't know how that could be or what. So eventually I just decided I'm just going to fudge this, and to make the 2 borders line up, I took it back to the top border all the way up. Like I had basically stitched the entire border, and when I got to about here, I realized these were not going to match. And I took it out and I counted and redid it, and it was still wrong. And I counted, and I think I redid it once or twice, and it still was consistently wrong. I've counted the top, I've counted the bottom, I've counted the sides, I've doubled
off a half a stitch.
Yeah, I've checked, like I've meticulously gone over and made sure each of these is one whole, you know, like 1 over 2. No idea. So what I ended up doing was just making this one go over 3, because I was like, because I am off half a stitch, but I have literally meticulously gone over every
Not
single
going to matter.
and checked the holes. And I thought, I don't think it's going to matter. The only thing it might matter on somehow is when I'm coming to the, you know, border across the top, and I'll just remember and just fudge it.
You have one more square.
I have this and then 1 more square. So I need to finish filling this all in white. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the skater first and then fill in the white now, because I got to the point where I could do him without counting, or her, him or her, because that's where their head goes. And then there's 1 more. Let's see, what's one I haven't done yet? This one? No, I did that one. That one I did. This is the last one.
Oh.
So I will hopefully finish this piece this month. I think I can with 8 hours. They're not really that big. Well, I won't finish the whole border. This will go all the way around.
Right.
I won't
get
finish
the other
that.
square done. And that square you're on right now. That square you're on right now doesn't have that much left in it.
No, I could probably get that done in 1 evening, maybe 2 if I'm kind of watching TV and looking around. But
No, and if you go over your 8 hours just because you're close enough to getting it done, nothing's going to stop you.
right. So I'm hoping that within the 8 hours of working, at least I can get real close to being done. And then the last thing I worked on was, there's like floss scattered on the ground around me from I don't know what projects. They fell out of the bag or something.
To tell, I don't know how that would happen for you.
So this is the second clue for the Dreaming Girl SAL.
I need to get working on mine.
And
It's been neglected for a week.
this is where I go to.
Oh, pretty. Are those
So
the called for colors?
Yeah, I just stuck with the called for colors. I think
I
I'm
like
going to
those
change
colors.
one of the yellows because I just don't have it. And it's just like a lighter yellow. So I think I'm just going to find a substitute. It's just for the flowers.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Does the next clue come out tomorrow?
I'm not sure if it's tomorrow or 1 more week.
Anyway, it's beautiful. And I've seen so many variations on that second clue that I wasn't really sure yet what the real colors were. So I like to see that.
Yeah, so I'm just stitching the called for colors. I think this is okay to show, right? It just shows the colors that are left. So I really just have this little bit on this clue left to do, which will go fast. I can do that in an hour or 2.
I haven't printed out the new one. Does the new one have the extra colors that she forgot to add?
I think it has the ones that you need for this specific clue.
Okay.
And then on the website where you look for it, it lists what all the, like the other couple that she forgot to put in the original
Okay. I haven't looked yet.
list.
So pretty. So
so
pretty.
fun. I really love it on this fabric. I'm really pleased with how it's turning out on that emerald.
Yeah.
And that is everything I worked on this week.
Well,
Everything. I got a lot done actually.
I think it's not done. Yeah.
You want to talk about, what do we usually do now? Plans?
Well, I was going to talk about my magazine monthly. So for the monthly challenge from February, I had done the ABCs of Love that I actually fully finished. I didn't bring it in because I still didn't finish the very last seam. So I got that done, which was my goal. And my Joyful World, I got my February square done, which was my goal. And Sunflower Fairy, I have 2 more hours to go, and I will have met the goal for March or February. And then I did my March acrostic. I got so fancy. I put stickers on it and washi tape.
Whoa. Woo-hoo.
And so the theme for that is blue, March blue, because it's Carolyn's birthday month and Carolyn loves the color blue. So I had kind of shared this last week, but this is my focal piece this month. And it's the Barbara Anna spring piece out of the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher last spring.
Cute.
And I've got it going on this blue fabric. And so that's my new start for the month out of the magazine. And I got it in this beautiful bag from Petals and Pins. I love this bag. So that's my main focal piece. And then the acrostic, you could either pick lion or lamb, and I picked lamb. And so for the L, I picked my Dumpster Fire Friends Forever by Lindy Stitches. So I'll work on that. If you haven't seen it, it's this crazy little funky piece. These little girls with their skirts on fire or smoking. And I've got, shouldn't take long to get this. I have one more little border, I got the words. That'll take a little while, but
Yeah.
So that will get some focus and some love because I really do want to get this done. And that's for my L for lamb. And then my red cardinals piece is going to make appearance again because it's for A for in lamb for Ada. My Joyful World March square is going to be it because of March and the M. And then B for lamb, this poor piece that's just limping along and I just never seem to get it done, is my button up.
Oh yeah. You've got to get that done before
I'm going to start the next square this month. So maybe even get it done. Who knows?
You could.
Who am I kidding?
You could.
I could if I didn't have like 50 other things I was working on.
You could if you were a monogamous stitcher. How about we just say that?
Oh, I would have had that done ages ago if I was a monogamous stitcher. So those are my goals for my magazine monthly. My WIPGO goal is my March Joyful World piece.
Mm-hmm.
Easy, that'll get 6 hours. I had that on there twice.
Yeah.
And then this is going to make an appearance. Things are kind of out of order here. Whoops, of course it's the last one I pick up. Where did it go? Oh no, here it is. My other WIPGO, and this is the second time this year it's been called, so it won't get called again for me because I've only had it on there twice. It's my Forest Queen by Barbara Anna.
Mm-hmm.
So it had gotten called in January, so I'm this far. I've got a long way to go, but she'll get 6 hours.
You've come a long way though.
I have, and she'll get 8 hours of love this month. So that'll make a dent in it. So that's my WIPGO plans. I mean, that's my long-term project plans. You're frozen.
I know my internet is not okay for some reason.
Yeah. And then do you want me to go my weekly spin the wheel plans that I have already pulled?
Sure. While you do that, I'm going to grab my WIPGO piece that just got called.
Okay.
It's in this room. I just forgot to grab it.
Okay. So for truly, it's either for, I don't know if it's going to be for Tuesday or Thursday. Ooh, look at you. I'm going to be working on my hoity-toity got spun. So.
Wait, what am I looking for? Oh, yeah.
I don't know, but I got my hoity-toity, and I've been working on this border, and I'm thinking I'm going to break off a little bit here, and I'm going to change it up a little bit and work on something different. I'm working right.
That's a good idea.
I'm going to branch off and do some of this motif. I'm getting kind of tired of this border. I mean, it's just a lot. And I'm doing this 1/1.
No, what I think I was getting. Okay.
What am I doing this on?
Sampler.
Am I doing this 1 or 2? I'm doing this 1/1 on, I think, a 25 count. So it's a little hard on my eyes, but I love it. I call it my teeny tiny hoity-toity because I'm doing it over 1. So it won't be. Huh?
So little.
It is little. I do like it. I was watching Claire from StitchedLit. She was talking. Did you watch her latest ones?
I haven't had time yet.
She follows somebody that has a YouTube that does a lot of tiny stitching. So she's just really enamored with the tiny stitching. And I am too. I mean, I really like to make things tiny. That's why I started the pandemic on over 1 also. Anyway, so that's this week. And then for Fall Friday, I spun. Oh, I'm bound determined to get this Barbara Anna piece done.
Oh, yeah.
So this is going to get some love. And when I pull this out and work on it, it goes fast. It is a fun stitch. And I don't have a ton left to do. I have some words, and she's got like a stand of pumpkin she's holding on to, and a few of these star motifs, but really it's not a ton. So
yeah,
this will be done. And I really love this blue linen. I wonder what this is. I don't know if I ordered it from an Etsy shop. It's called Blue Ice, but it's a soft linen. And I think I'll have some left over. So anyway,
yeah,
she's going to get a little love this week, which I'm kind of excited about. I like this little decision wheel thing because I'm kind of excited to spin it to see what of those tons of baskets of whips back there are going to get work done. For my Winter Wednesday, this piece has made an appearance again, and it's Winter's Piece that I started in, I think, January.
I can't believe you don't have that done. I feel like
I just haven't worked on it.
Have that much left to do on it.
Well, I have all of him to do, and I've got this.
Oh, you don't have the snowman done? Okay. I don't know.
No, here, I'll show you. So I'm getting there. I have the outline of the first half of his body done. I got to fill in. There's 2 big snowflakes. I've got to finish the top of this Krennic one that I
guess
decided
there's just a few little things to do.
Yeah, and then a few little snowflakes. I was gonna maybe do some blending filament in the 2 big snowflakes that are on either side of him. So anyway, he's making an appearance this week. So yeah, I mean, I got some of my things are not really big. They just don't get a lot of time because I have a ton. In fact, somebody said, "Oh, somebody said you should do a whip parade," and I'm like, no, it would be like 5 hours long. And
I wonder how many you have.
I don't even know, but Claire from StitchedLit has like 151 or something like that.
I think it's 157, and I was like, whoa, that makes my like 20 feel very
I don't have that many, but I do have a lot. Then also what got called again, and I just worked on this 2 weeks ago, was my Bloom pin cushion.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gotten this one almost done, and then I've just got those 3. Again, if I was monogamous, this would have been done a long time ago. So that's making an appearance this week, which I'm really excited about because it's easy to work on. And Fate by Monday, I think, got pulled for my Barbara Burgeau Richards Winter Sleigh, which it had gotten called, I think, last week, but I didn't work on it. I think
Yeah, I thought you had it called.
So anyway, yeah, I didn't work on it, so it got called again. And I almost respun it. And I thought, no, just do it. And then my Easter peep that I restarted with the Shepherd's Bush.
Yes.
Don't know Easter Peep, which we just gave away, which I'm behind on sending out.
Yeah.
So I don't have I just have like one little thing over here done, so I'm not even gonna show it, but he's gonna get some love this week. And then that's all my plans. I do have one tiny haul, but you do your plans first.
I don't have anything super specific. My WIPGO pieces are, well, I
That's
told you
thread.
the snapper, not the snap, yeah, the snapper land that I showed where I made a mistake on the border. That's my WIPGO piece, one of them. And my other one is to work 8 hours on this wall sampler.
Oh, you'll make a lot of progress on that in 8 hours.
Yeah, I think I will, because I mean, really, I'll probably get a couple of them
Although
done at
that
least.
house is
That
gonna
one's
be,
a lot. And so I'll show you where I'm at just for kind of record, but
Yeah.
I've done all this kind of top row and this, and now I'm working here.
okay.
So I may go this way or I may not. I don't know. I might go down and then back around. So
I saved that middle section for the very, very end as a treat.
I never do that. I'll probably go and work on it and just get it done. That's how my mentality is. So this is where I'm at on this piece. Man, I
You
think
can start it and you could start the house and then take a break and work down. You don't have to finish the whole motif.
I think I'm going to have to make this into a pillow. I just am not going to have very much spare on the sides. That gal at the store did not cut this well.
She did not cut that well.
I don't know.
I've had some, yeah.
So I'm not sure what I'm going to end up doing to finish this. I can probably just sticky board it and put it in a frame if I really wanted
You
to.
could, yeah, you could.
I could. There's enough that it could kind of loop over the side and glue
Yeah.
on. So anyways, that's where my beginning point is at. And other than that, I was jotting down a couple ideas for plans. I would like to finish the second clue for Dreaming Girl, which will not be difficult.
Yeah.
And then I'd really like to make some good progress on the next border on the Joyful World, because I would love to have that done and ready to have my husband make a frame for it. I guess that's going to be the next thing. Oh,
Yeah.
and I would like to work, but I don't know if I'm going to try to finish it. Maybe I could make some really good progress on this piece because I would love to have this done for spring and finish it.
If you worked a little bit on that this week and a little bit next week, I bet you'd have it done.
I think so too. I bet I could because I really just have all those flowers that go up above the basket.
They'll go faster than you think.
So that I'm going to try to keep that handy, and it's Ada, so I can work on it real easily. Like even when we're watching TV, I do find that I can work on it easier than when I need like a magnifier, and like I look up and then I have to find my place again in the magnifier, you know, it just takes like a little bit longer for working.
Oh, honey, that's how my every evening is that way for me because I have to have a magnifier at night.
Yeah.
But when I'm working at my desk here for work, when I'm at work, I just usually had the magnifier for the light because I've been pulling my Ada pieces out.
Yeah, and that's usually kind of what I'm doing, but there's a few pieces I have.
I don't have to be counting up and down a lot. You know, it's not hard to count around if you need to count around, Anita.
My only haul this week is my Q-Snap game.
Oh, it
I
came.
think I have this on right. Correct me, someone, if I don't have it on right, but I put the frame on the back. I looked at it and I was like, I don't even know how to use this. I've never even really seen one of these in life. I can see why people use those grime guards for these huge pieces. And don't they tuck the fabric up into it?
Yeah.
That would be way easier. I haven't worked on this yet because I'm kind of at the spot where I wanted some of the threads I need to get. And I think I'm going to wait until our next payday and find room in the budget for a few of those because
people are also buying those loopy magnetic things and wadding their fabric up. StitchedLit the Cabin has them.
Oh, I'll have to go.
She's used them. They get them on Amazon. They're like a magnet on a bungee cord kind of thing, like a magnet on each side. And then you wad it up somehow and
then bungee it around. That
would and it holds your fabric. So I know
something because this fabric is so big for this Snow Queen but it does hold it super taut, even more than a hoop, I think, for me. The nice thing, you adjust it, like the tension is adjustable based on how you pivot these. So if it's too loose, all you have to do is if you like rotate them out a little bit more to tighten it back up. which is nice because I like, if I'm going to use a hoop, I want it really tight. But I find that hoops tend to lose their tension and I have to like,
Oh, my hoops aren't. I just have to loosen it and just pull the fabric.
yeah.
But you know what I used to do for my fabric control? I used to get those like little chip clips and wad my fabric up and then just clip it to my hoop.
That would work. Why not?
It worked. I actually was thinking about
get a
doing
big
it.
one and clip it to the snap. I thought it was going to be more of a pain to like take it off and move. I think it won't be that hard.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
I think it's because people don't want to have to manage all that fabric all the time. So they don't take it out of their Q snaps to show.
Yeah.
Maybe trying to get it all adjusted again underneath.
Yeah. Well, it's a little more work than just showing something you're stitching in hand or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how anybody stitches in hand with no tension. I just don't understand that. I've tried it. I'm like, it's just, I feel like I'm just got this mush in my hand. I'm an old dog and I cannot learn a new trick. I have to have a hoop. And it's the spring-loaded ones, so they're really tight. And I might get a chip clip out because there was a piece I was working on. Well, Joyful World was getting kind of hard. It's the fabric on this. Well, sometimes it's the fabric on my stitching side.
Yeah.
And I'm wadding it up and twisting it around.
Yeah.
On the bigger pieces.
Yeah. I remember that. Well, I mean, I'm still doing those.
Yeah.
So I'm still having the same issue.
Yeah.
That piece, that Joyful World, I need to wash it as soon as it's done. It smells weird. Like, I don't know if it's just like a year, 2 years. It could be that coffee dyed it. Maybe it's just the lingering, like, weird smell. I don't know. It's like, yeah. I mean, it's not when I'm stitching on it, I can't smell it. But if I do this, well, not too much anymore. Maybe it was just kind of musty because I didn't work on it for.
Maybe you had COVID and your sense of smell was off.
I'm pretty sure I wouldn't smell it if I'd had COVID.
Does it smell like pepper?
Nope, not pepper. I don't have mom COVID. I don't know.
COVID, my husband got his second shot yesterday and he's doing fine. So anybody that's really afraid of the shot, like I was, I mean, granted, there are people that have a little worse reaction, but I don't know anybody that's had a terrible, terrible reaction yet. And I know a lot of people that have had their shot. You know, he has a little bit of a headache and his neck's a little achy, but you know, mostly
feel all better by tomorrow.
Yeah, no fever.
I found the next piece I think I'm going to stitch.
Anyway, so
have you seen this Barbara Anna piece?
Oh, no.
Isn't that
all things bright and beautiful?
Yes.
Oh, that might need to be our new stitch along. Like
Isn't that amazing? It was on the bottom of the document with the Dreaming Girl Sally. She just had like an ad for
how had I never seen that?
I don't know. I had never seen that either. If you're stitching,
I bet it's huge.
It looks huge. Look at all the motif. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh.
It's like Adam and Eve, I think, in the garden with the snake around the tree, and then.
Oh, I think maybe I have seen it, but not that up close. I mean, I don't think I paid much attention to it.
Yeah, here one more time. Isn't that amazing? I saw that last night and thought, oh, I think I'm gonna have to stitch that. Because first of all, I love that hem anyways.
Yes.
And I'm not like, I haven't done a lot of sampler stitching like that, but because not all of them appeal to me. This one just immediately, I was like, oh, I really like that one. Each little piece of it, I really like.
I think I was just starting to think about reading that book too. James Harriet's.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
Quite beautiful. I read those when I was in high school, and I'm 59, people. I don't remember anything about it, but I remember loving them.
I'll loan them to you. I have them.
Do you?
Next time I see you, I'll bring. I have one. It was in my bathroom read for a little while. Does
I remember. Oh, that's right. I've seen it.
I finished one of them, and then I was reading the second one, I think.
So my only haul was I couldn't stand it. I just couldn't stand it. I went and bought this beautiful Confederate gray linen. Looks blue, but it's.
Oh, I know what you're doing. Yeah.
And I bought all the floss for this piece. I haven't started it. I don't know when I'm going to start it. I'm going to start it. Ring Around the Rose Tree. I just keep looking at it all week. I thought I just really need to get the stuff for it so that when I'm ready to start it, I can start it. And I got all the floss.
You gonna do anything for March Madness?
Stand March Madness.
I don't really have any clue what it is, but I
I
thought
think people
I'd
like
to make my own March Madness.
Well,
I
I need to look at the video. I guess there's a video from
Is
the
there? Yeah, I know.
Claire comment. I asked Claire about it and she told me who to go watch. But
Oh.
see, I'm not a basketball fan, and I know they do March Madness for basketball, but I don't understand those kinds of grids. You make a grid.
Oh, there's like a game to March Madness. Oh, well then I'm probably not going to do it because I'm not.
Yeah, and like the people that I like, Anastasia, our little friend in China, she's posted about it, and Claire has posted about it, and apparently people vote on what you should work on for the week, and I'm like, no.
Oh, it's like part of the game. Oh, I thought.
Yeah, I think, and maybe you can set it up differently for how, but that's what I've seen the most of, and I'm like, no, I've got
kind of like you're doing fantasy picks or something.
It is something like that. I don't know, but I know it has, some people have something to do with people, or they put their choices up on maybe Insta stories and people vote on what they should work on that week. No, I can't do that. I can't relinquish that kind of control. But anyway, I went to Joann's and
and you bagged
had all but 2 flosses, even after they had their huge sale. So I got the last couple at my needlework store on Friday when I got the fabric. So it's all ready to go.
Fun.
And it may make an appearance this week. We'll see. But yeah, if you look at March Madness, tell me what you think.
I will. I'll go see if I can figure it out sometime.
I've got so much going on.
I was just thinking I might treat it like a early mania. Like, oh, I have a couple things I want to start.
Well, you
like
could.
That Anna piece. I wonder if I can get that Barbara Anna piece on a PDF. I doubt I have.
Yes, you can. I think almost all of hers you can get PDF. I think.
Yeah, I think I might do it that way.
Overseas.
There's this other piece that I'm thinking about stitching. Maybe for Millie, maybe for our ballet teacher. And it's this really pretty, somebody sent it to us, and I can't remember who, because I don't have it with the other things because I pulled it. It might have been Ruth. Anyways, if you sent it and remember, it's a little pamphlet of ballet things. Oh. There's this really cute one. I should have grabbed it maybe next week. There's a really cute one of a little girl sitting on a bench putting her ballet shoe on, like with her knee up, and a tutu on the floor behind her. And I thought, oh, that would be fun. I would probably change all the colors because it's like blues, and I might change it to soft pinks or something. But there's another one in there that's just hanging point shoes, which I think I was thinking about stitching and having on hand to give to Millie once she gets to the point where she can do point shoes, which still could be a couple of years. But yeah, anyways, I've been thinking about that little pamphlet. So if you're watching,
you haven't started anything new for a while. It's time you come on, step up the pace.
I know I haven't. Well, I started the Dreaming Girl. I started that little bunny, the rabbit, like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's true.
I have to start something new every week.
Yes, every week.
Every week I need to have a new start. Shoot. What are you reading?
I'm still reading my. I'm so close to being done.
You need some goals for your books.
The other night, I was so tired. I've been staying up till I've been stitching like really late. There's been on my not work nights, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I stay up till almost 2 o'clock. It's like I get a second wind around 11. Huh?
Aren't you exhausted in the mornings?
Well, I get to sleep in. I don't have kids waking me up. Yeah. I mean, I'm sleeping in until 8:30 or 9. Although I have to say, Friday I slept until 11.
Yeah, you did.
I did sleep in a lot. Yeah. And I blamed it on I'm COVID fatigued from my shot 3 weeks ago.
I had texted you that morning thinking, oh, the WIPGO thing came out early. And I was like, why is she not? I hope she's okay. Surely she's not still sleeping. It was like 10:45.
I don't usually do that. We have like blackout shades in our room too. So our room, if my husband goes to work and doesn't open them, it's like a cave in there. If I do wake up, I kind of feel like, oh, I'll just burrow another 15 minutes. But anyway, so my reading, I am really getting to the end. And I wanted to go to bed earlier last night because it's kind of getting to that point where everything's going to pull together, I think. Mm-hmm. But one night, usually I read a few pages and then I just put my phone, I've been doing it on my phone because my Kindle died and I haven't charged it. And so I have my bifocals on because I still have to have my glasses on with my Kindle and my phone. Mm-hmm. And I usually just, read, I get tired, I lay it down, I put my glasses on my nightstand. The other night I woke up and my glasses were on, my phone was under my arm.
Totally fell asleep.
This is not good.
I don't know that I've ever done that.
You don't want to go to bed with your bifocals on. You bend those frames, man, it's a pain.
Yeah.
Anyway, as I am almost done, and I don't know, I kind of was toying with starting when I finish it, the Miss Reads books, but I've got a lot of other really cool books on my Kindle that I really do and I don't want to read. So anyway, what are you reading?
For my own reading, I'm still reading through the second volume of Charlotte Mason's Philosophy of Education series. So that's kind of like a, not self-improvement, but like a nonfiction read. I usually try to have like one nonfiction going, and then I have several fun books, but I sort of am picking one to focus on. So I'm reading, look at how creepy this cover is. It's so creepy. It's called Lockwood & Co. is the series name, and then the name of this one is the second book. It's called The Whispering Skull. And I have a girl in high school who's my friend, and she found out I liked another series by this same author, Jonathan Stroud, called the Bartimaeus series, trilogy or series or something. And so she said, "Oh, have you read these?" And I said, "Well, no, I haven't picked those up," because Jesse, my husband, had read the first one or part of the first one, and he was like, I don't think it's as good. So he didn't even bother sticking with it. But I read the first one and thought it was really enjoyable. So then she had lent me the second and the third one. So I'm trying to finish the second one. The premise is that it's kind of set in like an alternate type reality where it's in London, and like 50 years prior to this story starting, ghosts all of a sudden started like just they're harmful, and they come out every night, and there's a ton of them, and no one knows why. And children are the only ones who can really sense or see them before it's a problem. Anyway, so there's all these children that are agents. So it's more of like a young adult, but it's deliciously creepy, and it's a fun read. It's sort of like a ghost haunted house type.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters basically, but more like
set in London.
Set in London in sort of this alternate. It's not like a steampunk alternate reality. It's just like, yeah. Anyway, there's all these things different. So that's been really fun to read. And then we finished Little Women as a family, and we're reading the last Lord of the Rings book. And I'm reading Baby Island to the girls now. And I think I'm going to start Anne of Green Gables, reading aloud to them too.
I was just thinking I kind of want to read Anne of Green Gables again too.
They're so good. So I think
is that the one that Craftlet's doing right now?
No, they're doing North. Oh, and I'm also listening to Northanger Abbey.
I was going to go back and listen to Craftlet's Anne of Green Gables, and maybe I'll do that at my desk. I've been watching some YouTube at my desk when I'm working. If they're not, if I'm just doing basic data entry stuff and I'm not making phone calls, but sometimes that gets too distracting.
Yeah. Reader that on Craftlet. So I've talked about this before, but it's a podcast called Craftlet. I love it. The reader who did Anne of Green Gables is lovely. I loved her list. Like, she's great.
I'll have to go look for it.
Yeah, you should do that one. That was a couple books back, I think.
And she just does the first one, right?
Yeah, just the first one.
Yeah, so I might start doing that.
That would be fun.
It's been years since I read those. I didn't read those as a child or as a teen. I didn't read those books till I was an adult.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, what the heck? And I had no idea there was a whole series of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a really great school librarian when I was in elementary school, but probably that book would have been recommended in middle school, and we didn't have a lot of library time. Plus, in 6th grade and 5th grade, my reading group that I got put in, because I was so high, yes, I was so high, I got put into the librarian's reading group. We got to just read what we wanted to read. There was no reading comprehension test. There was nothing. It was like a free reading time. Yeah, so I missed that when I got into middle school. And then when you get into middle school and high school, we had a lot more homework, and I did read a lot, but I can't really remember what all I read in middle school.
The Hobbit. The Hobbit. You talk about having read The Hobbit.
I did read The Hobbit every summer. But yeah, I didn't have a lot of reading mentoring. My parents weren't real literature-based people. I mean, they read, but it wasn't like they knew about my generation. There wasn't a lot of children's literature. Children's literature was kind of a new thing, really, starting, you've got The Wind in the Willows kind of stuff from the 30s and 40s, but there was a big boom of it, I think, in the 50s and 60s. And my parents really weren't, why would they have been up on it? There was no internet to read up on it. And my dad took me to the library, and the public library, and I'd pick books, but there wasn't a lot of Yeah, so I missed it. I missed that. I missed I don't know how I missed the Betsy Tacy books in elementary school though.
Yeah,
I read those as an adult too.
I love those ones too.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
was going to say the nice thing about this one is it's kind of a fun, creepy storyline without being, because it's geared towards probably middle school and up.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't give this to Liddy yet. It's a little too creepy, a little too scary, but it's nice because it's geared not towards upper young adult as much. It's not written with anything racy really in it. It's not,
Mhm. Yeah.
you know, like it's just a nice.
Oh, you know who I read in high school? My mom did help me with this one.
Stephen King.
Rebecca, my cousin Rachel, Jamaica Inn, Daphne du Maurier.
Daphne du Maurier.
I read her, and I read junior and senior in high school, Victoria Holt.
Oh, which I've never read any.
Oh, well, if you read a couple, she's like that. She was like the pre-Danielle Steele. If you read a couple, you know the storyline for every book ever to come out afterwards for them. But I did eat those up. So I don't know if anybody my age that watches us read Victoria Holt, but I couldn't get enough of those. There was a ton of them. On the Night of the Seventh Moon was the first one I read.
Oh, I have read that one.
Yeah.
I must have read that in high school. You probably gave it to me.
Probably. It's like, there's always a damsel in distress and, anyway, there's always a castle. And but du Maurier was my mom did read her. So that was kind of classic.
I'm going to read, there's an Instagram account I follow that does Elizabeth Goudge read along type, like, so every month or every couple months they pick a new book from Elizabeth Goudge to read.
I've never read her.
You would love her. I really love her. And so this month they're doing The Rosemary Tree, which is one I've never read of hers. So I'm going to start that probably tomorrow. I probably should start it ahead today and try to get a lot done.
Did you get it on your Kindle?
No, my friend gave it to me.
Oh.
So I have a hard copy of it. But yeah, you could probably get it on the Kindle too.
I do have another book going too that I haven't talked about that I'll probably actually pick up again. It's by Fanny Flagg, and it was her newest one, and it's a hardback. My problem with that is I don't usually read until I get into bed, and I don't have good lighting in my nightstand. The way we have our bed situated, my nightstand's farther away, and when I turn on my side to read, the book
it's blocking the light.
Blocking the light. So
like, I hold it like this. And
my body doesn't bend like it used to, but I need to get Dad's night. He's got a nice book light that he doesn't use all the time. So
flip it on. You could just flip it on.
Yeah, I have about half of that read. So I just need to finish that. I don't have I do have actually several books to read. It's just, again, it's been the lighting issue at bedtime. So yeah, I got options.
Do you have the giveaway that we were doing last week, Candy?
Yes, it was the summer acorns.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. And we were using the word season to filter through the comments. So the winner of summer acorns is, and I'm sorry if I butcher your last name, it's Sheila Uyeoka. I don't know for sure if I'm saying that right, but Sheila, congratulations. You have won this giveaway. So go ahead and email us at our email address in the description box below and with your physical address so that we can mail that off to you. I'm behind on mailing stuff. So if you're still waiting on something from me, I think you are too. Hang in there. We're going to try to catch up this week. And so we thought we'd take a little break just for today and maybe next week, I don't know, on giveaways till we can get caught up because I'm just really behind. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time.
I'm 3 behind, and one of them has to go to England.
Yeah.
And it's our lovely viewer, and I'm pretty sure she was the same one that.
Actually, yes.
And so I haven't sent. Usually, I send these with my husband to do when he goes to work because he's a mailman. But he usually just hands it to the clerk, and she'll do it for him. But if it's overseas, I didn't want him to have to deal with that. So I need to go to the post office for that one, and I just haven't done it. So
sorry, we're a little behind.
Yeah, I've got this one now. Whoever won this is Sheila, and then I think I've just got 2 other ones that I've got sitting here. No, I don't. Yes, I do. I have 2 other ones. So I promise I will get that done this week.
Which one is going to? I'm gonna have to look back and see which one's going to
England. Hens and chicks.
Oh, okay. Well, I trust you because I forwarded them on. I guess we need to take care of the business side
I
of
have
things.
it all ready to go. It's going to Karen.
Karen. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I actually have it all in the envelope and everything, and then I still have to mail out PEEP.
Okay.
So
And I have
I
a
just
few I
have
need to mail out.
2. Huh?
I have a couple I need to mail out too. Just a
So
little-
this week, I will do my part.
I will.
It's not supposed to be super rainy this week, so I'll be a little more motivated to leave my house. It's supposed to be a little bright, a little sunnier, so that'll be nice. What did Dad notice if I ate his chocolate that he's got sitting here? He noticed.
Probably. At some point, he'd probably notice.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything else to share.
Nope, I think we pretty much covered our whole life.
Well, I have a lot more I could talk about, but we could probably end now.
We both went to restaurants this week.
I know. Oh my gosh.
In-person dining.
I think I had last week too. Did I talk about that last week or did
Might
we
have,
go
and I was
after?
complaining because we hadn't, yeah.
We had gone to the Korean restaurant, I think Saturday. So I must have talked about it last week.
Yeah.
Then this week we went with some friends
Mhm.
to the Japanese
Yeah.
steakhouse. That was so fun and
Yeah.
so amazing to like go to a restaurant, sit down and enjoy a meal.
Yeah. Just felt normal. We did it with our couple of friends that we eat out. We used to eat out with every Saturday or Friday night. And you know, I didn't tell you this, but so my youngest son's getting married in July, and of course, that's all. You know, who knows what we're going to be able to do or not. And so when we had dinner at the restaurant on Friday, was a place called the Spaghetti Factory, and they have a beautiful, beautiful party room that we had one of my other sons and his wife's rehearsal dinner in, and they were so wonderful to work with, and it accommodates a lot of people, and it was it was still a chunk of change, but it was affordable, and worked with us, and I was really hoping that we can use that again for Sam's rehearsal dinner, because there's not a lot of places around here that have big party rooms.
Mm-hmm.
They won't even take a reservation for July now because the current guidelines are no more than 6 people together. And I'm like, well, I got bad news for our governor. There's going to be more than 6 people in my backyard if we have to do a backyard barbecue.
Yeah.
So I think we'll keep checking in, but I think we're going to scrap it and just do, my other son had a smaller rehearsal dinner and we did it in our backyard. And so we're probably going to do that and just not hassle with a restaurant and all the, who knows what
The less
guidelines.
you have to wait, the easier it'll just be to make plans.
So we could have like a food truck, or we could just barbecue and do our own. I mean, it'll just be a lot easier, but
Yeah.
that was a little disappointing because it would have been easier to have done it in a restaurant.
Mhm.
And my goal in the next couple of days is to order a couple of mother of the groom dresses to try on. I'm going to order them online and have them shipped here. I don't want to go to the store and tromp around in dressing rooms. I mean, yeah. And the challenge for me is the mother of the bride is about, I don't know, 15 years younger than I am.
Mhm.
And it's her oldest marrying my youngest, and she's tiny and she's cute. She's perky, and I'm
Mom,
old, and I'm
no, you're going to be beautiful. It's going to be wonderful.
chubby, and ordering clothes online when you're on the chubby side is not very much
Be
fun.
kind to yourself.
I'm just being honest.
Kind to yourself.
She's wearing a beautiful,
Always look beautiful.
Yeah,
You have really good clothes taste.
I don't know. It's just hard to shop though. I mean, it
It
takes
is
a lot.
trickier to find things when
She
you're
just
plus size.
ordered online from some cute little boutique website, which doesn't, of course, carry plus sizes. And it's an off the shoulder kind of little blue. We're wearing navy blue, but it's navy blue with little white polka dots. It's adorable. I would look ridiculous in it. And I also am not going to wear floor length. I'm short and I'm not wearing heels. So I'm trying to find something that's like, T length or,
You will.
comfortable.
There's so many places now you can.
I don't know, not for plus size. It's hard.
Wow.
Quality plus size. So anyway,
Yeah.
I'm trying, but it's stressful, and I've put it off because I know how stressful it is,
Yeah.
and I haven't wanted to do it. And yeah, the weird thing is that the dress I wore for Andrew's wedding was a eucalyptus-y kind of seafoam green with a white overlay. I loved it. It was super comfortable in it. Well, it's also one of Ash's colors. But I mean, if I absolutely can't find anything, I would wear that dress again, which would be super tacky, but it's COVID.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do.
Everything is just the way it is.
Everything's an effort, you know? So anyway, that's on my goal. So send me happy vibes and I can find several options, because of course the first option is never going to be the, you know, the first thing's never the right one.
Yeah.
And
then you
plus
always,
you have to deal with sending things back. It's just,
yeah.
I know. I'm just feeling a little.
You'll have more of an option though if you're doing it online than you would in the stores. You know, like
Yeah,
not just
yeah.
limited to whatever a store has in stock.
Right. Yeah.
So it might end up working out easier.
It might. The bridesmaids are ordering from a website called Azazi, and they're really, I mean, and they have plus sizes, and I am going to order. You can order like for $10, you can order 3 dresses sent to your house. They might not be in the right color, but they'll be the right, you know, and you send them your sizes. So you can try that style on, and they've got all colors, all, you know, lengths. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to pick 3 from there. And then I've got a couple other websites that I was looking at, but yeah, that is something that I've got to get done. Do you have the Flower Girl stuff ordered yet?
No, I need to measure them and make sure I get the right sizes. And every time I think about it, they're in bed. So
And they're coming from England.
I know. I should probably do that this afternoon. Fortunately, they're not like super elaborate. So hopefully they'll get.
No, I'm just thinking about the shipping time.
I know. I need to get that done. I feel bad that I haven't done that yet. So that's.
Yeah. I know. It's like, we're March. We're March.
I know. That's crazy.
I feel like it was just Christmas.
I know.
Really do.
It's gone really fast.
So anyway, happy March, everybody.
Yeah. All right. And next time we see you, it'll be our 40th video. Woo! I don't know why that's cool. It's just a nice round number. I don't know.
We stuck it out.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun doing it. So we hope you have a great week.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments if you're reading something good that you would recommend.
Really, I'm on the fence. Oh, I might start that. Oh, I might start that.
Yeah, always need book recommendations.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll